Welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and I released a video earlier explaining the differences between the tournament and this event, only to find out that this event is a Google exclusive. And so I was like, oh no, but a couple of thoughts on that. So that does stink. I'm in agreement with that. When one company uses advertising dollars to attract a clientele, and another company doesn't, sometimes the people who have that particular product get shafted in this particular case. But that remains to be seen, and this is why we don't know if Apple is going to end up doing something or not. They may do a character. They may do a character that's even better. We don't know what's behind the scenes, with the exception of the people, obviously, at EA and Capital Games. But here are my thoughts on the exclusive events, like this particular one. It's capitalism at its finest. Google and Apple are going head to head. If you look in the newspaper, if you read any news, you know that they're trying to compete with each other. And they have been for years, and they're trying to get more people to convert to their platform. And so they're trying to spend as much advertising dollars in direct competitions inside of games. And this was Google's way of rewarding Google players, Android-based players, and at the same time competing with Apple by giving it an exclusive thing. So it remains to be seen whether Apple's going to follow suit and do something cool too, to basically, trade punches with Google, or whether they're just going to let Google pay for this and screw the Apple players. But I will tell you, if you're Apple, if you're iOS, if for some reason you guys do not get a package like this, your frustration should lie solely in Apple for not participating in paying for an event such as this through their advertising dollars. That's just how these things work. And if they do it, then great, and if not. And the truth be told, Apple will probably end up participating in getting you guys a better character than we even got. Who knows? But I do want to show you the event real quick after my thoughts. And so you can see it. If you are playing it and you're struggling, you maybe see how I do it. Now, I know that I have a pretty overpowered team, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. My free-to-play account does not do so well. I get through all of the tiers except for the bonus tier. I can't even get close to the bonus tier, but I can get the bonus tier on this account. That's why I want to go on this account. And you can see yesterday I cleared all of them. So I want to also say, for all of you guys out there, I've seen a lot of people on Facebook, on Reddit, on spending all of their crystals that they got on these refreshes, on the bottom. You do not have to do that. There's no need to spend crystals on refreshes. And I've had people say, oh, well, I'm, super rich, I can do what I want. Well, that's right. You can do whatever you want, but it's silliness, because you do not need to spend any crystals on the refreshes. If you do tier 1 through the bonus tier, you will have a 7-star character at the end of this. Now, with that said, if you're free to play, there is a chance you will fall slightly short of your goal of a 7-star. And if that's the case, then I would recommend refreshing the highest tiers, like tier 4, 5, and 6, because they give you 5 of the, so it's the biggest bang for your crystal buck to get those if you want to make sure you get them to 7 stars. These 3 right here are going to be the ones, whichever one you can complete, that's the one that you're going to want to refresh. And so if you're free to play and you have some crystals, I would hang on to them and do as many tiers as you can. You can retry it as, if you feel like you're not going to make it, just restart the battle or whatnot and try different team comps, but try and get to tier 6 and beat it. If you can beat tier 6, and you can't beat the bonus tier, or you can beat tier 5 and you can't beat the last 2 tiers, then you'll want to refresh a couple of times each day in the tier 4, tier 5, and use those crystals that they gave you to do that. But only if you can't complete them all. If you can complete it all, you will get a 7-star K2SO out of this. So that's pretty cool that they did that. There was a lot of crystals, there was a lot of credits, there was a lot of training droids plus character. That's all because of Google Play. So thank you, Google Play, for considering us players and being hyper competitive with Apple. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through these. I did them all yesterday, 3-star, but I want to go through so you can see what each tier looks like. It does start easy and it gets progressively harder. So we should be able to auto battle through the first probably 3 or 4 of these, and then I'll slow it down a little bit as we go on. So this was the team comp I used last time, and the reason is I've got 3 tanks and 3 attackers, so it's a really well-balanced team. Of course, the Wigs team and Lando, almost everybody knows to farm them and have them, and almost everybody has them, and so that is why I'm using the 3 of them. Down below, I am using 2, until recently anyway, 2 pay-for-play characters, Shore Trooper and Sunfac. Now anybody can have Sunfac, and I know a number of people who are farming him up. He's definitely a great tank. And then, of course, Shore Trooper. If you don't have Shore or Sunfac, if you're free to play and you don't have those 2 characters, the 2 I would recommend is B2. B2 you can farm, anybody can farm. B2 is an excellent tank to kind of clear off buffs and things like that. And you would want that in this because there's a character that gets retribution and you want to be able to clear that off. He's a heavy hitter. And then if you don't have Shore Trooper, you can always use someone like Royal Guard, who everybody pretty much gets at the beginning of the game. And so I would use someone like that. I wouldn't use Stormtrooper Han because he is designed to die. Take one for the team. And you don't want these tanks to die. You want your tankiest 2 tanks. So if Chewbacca is your tankiest tank, he's the guy who you'd bring in. Also, they're giving you K2SO to use, so that's pretty cool. But like I said, these first ones I'm just going to auto battle because they're pretty simple. hope you liked the video. I hope it showed you the tiers, just even for fun to watch and see what it looks like and what you go against. Have yourselves an awesome afternoon. Keep your gaming on. Warrior out.